Every label had been cut from her clothes, her fingerprints had been sanded off, and her body was still smoking. On the morning of November 29, 1970, a university professor was hiking with his two young daughters through Isdalen Valley, a fog-choked gorge outside Bergen, Norway, that locals had called Death Valley for centuries. His daughters ran ahead, then they stopped. Wedged between the rocks lay the charred body of a woman, lying on her back, arms pulled up in what pathologists call the boxer position, the posture of someone burned alive. But it wasn't the fire that made the hardened Bergen detectives go quiet. It was what surrounded her: a watch, earrings, a broken umbrella, all arranged neatly beside the body, almost like a ceremony. And when forensic examiners looked closer, they realized something that turned this from a tragedy into a 50-year nightmare. Someone had methodically erased every single trace of who this woman was before the fire ever touched her. Bergen, 1970. A rain-soaked port city on Norway's west coast. Quiet, orderly, the kind of place where the biggest crime is a stolen bicycle. But Bergen had a secret. During the height of the Cold War, the fjords around the city were home to classified Norwegian military installations, where NATO was testing a brand new weapon, the Penguin anti-ship missile. Foreign intelligence services wanted eyes on those tests, badly. Keep that in mind. It becomes very important later. When the unknown woman's body arrived at the Bergen morgue, pathologists documented what they could. She was between 25 and 40 years old, around 5'4", dark hair, small distinctive teeth with unusual gold dental work that no Norwegian dentist would recognize. The autopsy revealed she had swallowed between 50 and 70 sleeping pills. But here's the detail that never made sense. There was soot in her lungs. She was alive and breathing when the flames consumed her. 3 days later, police made a discovery at the Bergen railway station that blew the case wide open. In the left luggage office of Bergen railway station, investigators found 2 suitcases, abandoned 6 days before the body was discovered. What was inside made no sense for an ordinary traveler. Wigs, multiple pairs of glasses, one with fake, non-prescription lenses, cosmetics with the prescription labels scraped off, 500 German marks hidden inside the lining, and clothing, expensive clothing, with every single label carefully removed, just like the clothes on the body. But the strangest item was a small notebook filled with what looked like a code, rows of letters and numbers that meant nothing to anyone. Then police traced her movements, and the picture got darker. In the months before her death, this woman had crisscrossed Norway, checking into hotels under at least 8 different names: Fenella Lork, Claudia Tielt, Vera Schlosseneck, Alexia Zarna Merchez. Each identity had its own fake passport. Hotel staff remembered her vividly. Elegant, spoke French, German, English, and broken Norwegian, smelled of garlic, and always requested a room change after checking in, as if she needed to know exactly who was on the other side of her walls. Police cryptographers eventually cracked the coded notebook, and the answer only deepened the mystery. It wasn't a cipher of secrets. It was a travel log. Each entry recorded where she'd been and when. Paris in March, Stavanger in October. A precise, disciplined record of movement across Europe. The kind of log a trained operative keeps. Witnesses began coming forward. A fisherman remembered seeing her days before her death, walking a hillside path, dressed elegantly. Completely wrong for the terrain. But the most chilling account came from a local man who told police he'd seen her in Isdalen Valley itself, 5 days before her body was found. She was walking quickly. Behind her, he said, were two men in dark coats. She looked at him with an expression he never forgot, as if she wanted to say something and didn't dare. He went to the police, and according to his later account, a detective told him to forget what he saw and never speak of it again. Remember the soot in her lungs? Remember the sleeping pills? Now add one more detail from the autopsy: a fresh bruise on the side of her neck, consistent with a blow. Despite everything, the fake passports, the sanded fingerprints, the men in dark coats, the bruise, Bergen police closed the case in just a few weeks. The official ruling: suicide. She had, they concluded, swallowed the pills, doused herself, and set herself on fire in a freezing mountain valley. In February 1971, she was buried in Mölndal Cemetery in a zinc coffin, chosen deliberately so her body could be preserved if anyone ever came to claim her. Police officers attended the Catholic funeral themselves and photographed it, hoping a relative might appear one day and recognize the images. No one ever came. The grave was left unmarked. For decades, the case sat in a Bergen archive, gathering dust, until a group of investigative journalists and forensic scientists reopened it in 2016. They exhumed evidence no one thought to test in 1970, her teeth. And what modern isotope analysis revealed rewrote everything the original detectives believed. Because the woman in Death Valley wasn't who anyone assumed, and the trail didn't lead where anyone expected. The isotope signatures locked into her tooth enamel acted like a geographic fingerprint, recording the water and food she consumed as a child. The result? She was born around 1930 and grew up in or near Nuremberg, Germany, before apparently moving toward the French-German border region as a young girl, which means she was a child in Nazi Germany during the war. Handwriting experts analyzing her hotel registrations concluded she was educated in France or a French-speaking country. Forensic scientists even extracted her full DNA profile. It sits in a database today waiting for a match that has never come. And here's where the disturbing alternative theory takes shape. In November 1970, at the exact time she was moving between Norwegian coastal towns under false names, the Norwegian military was test-firing the Penguin missile in the fjords near several of those same towns. A woman with fake passports, coded travel logs, disguises, hidden foreign currency and counter-surveillance habits, moving through NATO test zones at the height of the Cold War. Former Norwegian intelligence officers have since admitted what many suspected. The Secret Services took over parts of the case in 1970. Their files, if they still exist, have never been released. So, what really happened in Isdalen Valley? The official story asks you to believe that a woman swallowed 70 sleeping pills, then somehow stayed conscious long enough to ignite herself in a remote gorge, after first removing every label from her own clothes and arranging her jewelry beside her. Or there's the other version. A foreign operative, trained, disciplined, multilingual, who realized she was being followed, who requested room changes, who looked at a stranger on a mountain path as if pleading for help, who was found with a bruise on her neck, burned while still breathing, in a valley whose name literally means death. 50 years later, her DNA waits in a database. Her zinc coffin waits under unmarked grass in Bergen. Somewhere, perhaps, a family still wonders what happened to a daughter, a sister, who vanished in 1970 and never came home. She is Norway's most famous unknown dead, a woman someone went to extraordinary lengths to erase. The question is, was it her doing the erasing, or them? What do you think really happened in Death Valley? Drop your theory in the comments. And if you want more cases the world tried to forget, you know what to do. We left out one crucial detail on purpose. because it connects to our next mystery in a way that will blow your mind. Don't miss it. Don't forget to subscribe. We uncover a new dark secret every day.